Dude, I perform in a lot of places, but this is always my favorite. I grew up here in Fort Lauderdale. I went to school here in Fort Lauderdale. Eventually I went to jail here in Fort Lauderdale. I keep it real, son. Dude, I keep it so real, I don't even need the TGI Fridays unless it's Friday. And I don't need it Ruby Tuesdays unless it's Tuesday. And I never ever eat at Wendy's unless it's Wednesday. You know, I've been doing that joke 5 times now with no laughter before I realized I never knew how to spell Wednesday. Got my Spider-Man shirt on. Where my Spider-Man fans at, man? Listen, when I was a kid, man, me and Spider-Man had a lot in common. We were both born in Queens, New York. We were both raised by our aunts. And we both fell in love with Mary Jane in high school. The only problem was he married her and ended up living happily ever after. Dude, I dropped out of high school, moved on to harder and harder drugs. It's like, dude, we're snorting coke in the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot. What the fuck are you talking about? Just shut up and pass the straw. But I think that where me and Spider-Man really went our separate ways were like he went on to save the world and I just went to prison. Was I didn't have an Uncle Ben around to teach me with great power comes great responsibility. Dude, all I had was my Uncle Kenny who taught me not to eat Uncle Ben's rice because there's a black person on the box. Don't worry, you can laugh at that. It's not a racist joke. It's a racist joke. But I'm no superhero, man. Matter of fact, I'm scared of a lot of things. I'm scared of flying. I'm scared of failing. I'm scared of dolphins. No, not the Miami Dolphins. Nobody's scared of them motherfuckers. Alright, this ain't Sports Center. Calm down, lady. But the one thing I'm scared of the most is cockroaches. Anybody else? Listen. When I was like 10 years old, I used to sleep in a trailer infested with roaches. And one night I was asleep on the floor and I felt something tickling my face. Dude, I went to slap it. It was my stepfather's penis. But the point of that story is I thought it was a roach. That's the point of that story. I'm a big horror movie fan. I was big on all the 80 horror movies. Like, I remember the first time I ever saw Friday the 13th. Dude, I was so scared. I ran to my mom's room. I was like, Mom, please, I don't want to go to summer camp. She's like, don't worry, son, we're so poor, summer camp's not even an option. Just get back in the basement and finish reading Flowers in the Attic. Thank you. It's my mom. I remember the first time I ever saw Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared at first. But then I realized something. We lived in a trailer park. There was no Elm Street, Pine Street, Palm Street, or any other pretty sounding streets. Dude, all we had is Lot 1, Lot 2, Lot 3. Come on, people, these are trailer park jokes. Now I have to work in this shit. I don't know if you know, but this shit kills the Davy. But the one movie I was never scared of, no matter how many times I saw it, was Child's Play. Because not only is Chucky a 2-foot ginger doll, But let's be honest, people, who the fuck loved me enough to go out and get me the hottest toy in the city for Christmas? Dude, the only way I could have got a toy like that is if my mom lied to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. It's like, hi, my name's Chucky. I'm your friend to the end. Howdy-ho, ha ha ha. It's like, hi, Chucky, my name's Kevin. I don't really have leukemia. My head's just shaved because I have lice again. I think my mom lied to you guys. A lot of people think I'm doing stand-up comedy just because there's no background checks. Let me tell you something, people. It's real fucking helpful. But the real reason I do stand-up comedy is to make my mom proud. You see, I've never done anything in my life to make my mom proud of me ever. Dropped out of high school, started selling drugs, wouldn't give her a discount. It's like, look, I don't give a fuck if it is Mother's Day. If I have to come all the way downstairs, that shit's gonna be extra. Alright, love you too, just let me know when dinner's ready. I'm just kidding, you guys, man. I'm just kidding, man. My mom never cooked me dinner, ever. My mom's mom wished I'd go back to school and get my education, so that's what I did, dude. I buckled down and I graduated from Florida State. That's right, I graduated from the Florida State Prison. GED class of 1993. We are somebody. I don't know if anybody here has ever been to prison, but if you ever go, man, if you remember 3 simple rules, you'll be okay. Don't borrow money. Don't snitch on anybody, and whatever you do, don't let anybody punk you. Now you have to do what I did, man. First dude to ever put my cell was this little Asian dude. As soon as they closed the door, I got up in his face, I was like, so what you in here for, son? He's like, oh man, I killed a dog. I was, oh yeah? Well, what'd you kill that dog for, son? He's like, well, it wouldn't stop barking. Well, I was killing my family. You say you want the bottom bunk or the top bunk? Well, I think that like the most important rule in prison, like you never forget, is never judge a book by its cover. Mostly because all the books in the prison library are so old, they're all missing their covers. It's like, yo man, what you read? It's like, I don't know, man, it has over 1,000 pages and everybody dies. It's either the Bible or Stephen King's The Stand, I'm not sure. Read a lot of books when I was locked up, man. I read classic books, I read self-help books. Dude, I had nothing else. Sometimes I would even read instruction books. One time my cellmate was like, listen, I don't want to spoil the ending for you, but dude, it becomes a table. I think it was written by some author named Ikea, I'm not sure. But a lot of things changed while I was locked up, man. Beepers became cell phones. Blockbuster video stores became mattress stores. Porn became free. Listen, I don't want to brag or anything, but dude, I watched so much porn when I first got out. I crashed 3 computers my first week out. I thought pop-ups were suggestions. dude, when I first got locked up, it was the early 90s. George Bush was the president, we're at war with Iraq, and Tupac was the best rapper out there. Dude, I get out 11 years later, George Bush is the president, we're at war with Iraq, and Tupac's still the best rapper out there. Dude, Tupac was so far ahead of his time, not only did he predict his own death, but he also predicted Twitter. Because in every single song, he's always like, follow me. Hashtag Hail Mary. Being a comedian was never my dream. My dream was to one day work at Walmart, like my father before me and his father before him. Like, I'm not trying to say my family's white trash or anything, but the other day I went on Ancestry.com, found out our family crest is a food stamp. Tried to get a job at Walmart when I first got out of prison, they wouldn't hire me. I was like, come on, man. Haven't I done my time? Don't people deserve a second chance? They're like, calm down, Mr. Perry. Walmart's not hiring just because you've been to prison. Dude, Walmart's not hiring because you've been to prison for robbing Walmart. Can we get some security up here? But I knew nobody wanted to give me a job at first. When I first got, I didn't have any job training. I didn't have any experience, dude. I didn't even know what a resume was. It's like, resume what? I've never had a job before, people. Dude, all they gave me when they let me out seriously was a piece of paper saying I didn't have AIDS. Yeah, I know. Great for picking up women. Not so great for picking up that second shift at Dairy Queen. One of the questions on the application said, what is your best quality? I was like, well, I am not infected. Please see attached. Had a rough day, man. I just got my car out the shop. You know a mechanic charged me $2,500 just for him to tell me that the horrible noise my car is making was a Rick Ross CD my wife left in the tape deck. Have you ever heard of saying marriage is like prison? Well, that's bullshit. Marriage is worse than prison. Trust me, I've been to both. Dude, I did 11 years in there, and no matter how bad it got for me, in my darkest night, I never thought about taking my own life. I've only been married 4 years, and I think about killing myself every fucking day, man. Like, hey, babe, if you need me, I'll be in the garage with the car running. And it's not that I don't love my wife. I love my wife to death. It's just the idea of marriage I can't stand. Like, you can't spend half your life locked up dreaming about nothing but freedom, only to get out and get married. That would be like a dog escaping from Mike Vick's house and ended up in a Chinese buffet. Welcome to $5.99 buffet, little puppy. You're the guest of honor. Me and my wife weren't exactly love at first sight, more like opposites attract. She's black, just says no to drugs, and votes Republican. Like, I'm white, I can't say no to drugs, and the only way I can vote is on American Idol. See, you're laughing, but at least my vote counts, people. Having a black wife can be really awkward sometimes. Like when I can't find my wallet. It's like, listen, I'm not accusing you of anything, okay? Simply asked if you've seen it. Save that Malcolm X speech for somebody else. And if you think PDA, public displays of affection, draw attention, dude, you should try IPDA, interracial public displays of affection. Dude, when me and my wife hold hands in public, it's like we're back in 1960s Alabama. It's like, hey, you two, get a room. Preferably one with separate bathrooms, of course. Last summer, me and my wife went to a Marlins game. There was nobody else in the entire state except us and a gay couple. Dude, the gay couple kissed. They got on the kiss cam. My wife tried to kiss me. Security attacked her. Afterwards, they were like, sorry for the inconvenience, sir, but the good news is, we found your wallet. Hey, thank you guys. My name is Larry Clary. Enjoy the rest of the show.